Hello everyone, it is Matthew. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be doing my NBA predictions for the upcoming season. As you guys know, the new NBA year is right around the corner. Opening night is Tuesday, and I wanted to do my NBA predictions before the season gets started. So I'm going to be doing my predictions 1 through 8 on how I think the top 8 teams will finish in each conference, the Eastern and the Western conferences. Make sure though, before we get started, go down right now in the comments and comment what teams you think will be the top 8 in each conference and what order they'll be in. That's what I'm going to be doing for my predictions. So the 8 teams that make the playoffs, obviously there's the play-in, but the top 8 is going to be the 8 teams I think making the playoffs, and what order is going to be what I'm doing my predictions on. Also, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and if you disagree with my predictions, please don't get mad at me. This is like the toughest year to do predictions for the NBA because there's so many good teams. So we're going to start off in the Eastern Conference. At the number 1 seed, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to be looking for revenge from last year after losing in the second round to the Celtics. I think they're going to have a very good regular season, finishing as the number 1 seed. At number 2, similar to Milwaukee, I have the Philadelphia 76ers. They're another team that's going to be looking for revenge after a tough ending last year. I think James Harden's going to be amazing. Joel Embiid's going to dominate, and I have the Sixers finishing as the number 2 seed. At number 3, I have the Boston Celtics, the reigning Eastern Conference champions. They're returning basically the same team from last year, plus Malcolm Brogdon and some other pieces. So they are set up for another good year, and I have the Celtics finishing at number 3. At number 4, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, the Cavs made the huge trade for Donovan Mitchell. They already have a very young and good core with Darius Garland, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I think there will be some growing pains, but I think the Cavs are going to be a very good team and a very good playoff contender. At number 5, I have the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are a tough team to predict. They obviously had a crazy offseason, and I think they have too much talent not to be good. I think similar to the Cavs, there will be some hiccups here and there, but I think they're going to have a good season and finish as the 5 seed. Number 6, I have the Miami Heat. I know there's going to be a lot of people that think that this is too low for the Heat. Honestly, though, 1 through 6 can go any order. It's so tough to have those order of those 6 teams. I guess in my predictions, the Heat are just the one that fell to 6, but I think Miami still is going to have a good season. I think, as I said, 1 through 6 are all going to be really good, and I have the Heat at number 6. At number 7, I have the Atlanta Hawks. I think number 7 is a perfect spot for the Hawks. I don't think they're as good as the top 6 teams in the East, but they're better than any other team, I think. I think number 7 is perfect for the Hawks. At number 8, this is a tough spot to predict. Obviously, there will be the play-in, and with the play-in included, I have the Chicago Bulls. This was tough to say in between the Raptors and the Bulls. I think that's going to be 8 and 9, and those two are going to be fighting in the play-in for that final spot. And overall, I went with the Bulls. I feel like the Bulls are the better team on paper, and I know the Raptors have an amazing coach and seem to always find ways to win, but I went with the Bulls at number 8, and I could see it going either way. Please don't get upset at me, Raptors fans. I could see either of those teams finishing as the 8 seed. Now we move on to the West. The West, I think, is even tougher to do predictions for. Obviously, I feel like everybody has the same top 7 teams, but I have a huge feeling that one of those top 7 teams in the West is just going to do awful this year, but I have no idea who, so I went ahead and just did the same top 7 everybody has, just maybe a different order. So, number 1, I have the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, the Clippers obviously have Kawhi returning, Paul George returning, and have one of the most deep teams in the NBA. I think everything is set up amazing for the Clippers this year, and I have them finishing as the number 1 seed in the West. At number 2, I have the reigning NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. They obviously won the championship last year. They're returning basically their whole team. They still have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and I think they'll still be very good and finish as the 2 seed. At number 3, I have the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets made the playoffs last year behind the back-to-back MVP Nikola Jokic. They were missing Jamal Murray and Michael Porter all of last year. Both of them are now back, so I think that's going to be a huge difference, and I think that will propel Denver to the 3 seed in the West. At number 4, I have the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns are returning the same team that 2 years ago went to the finals. Last year, the best record in the NBA with 64 wins. So, obviously, there's some question marks there in Phoenix, but I still think they'll figure it out, and they're going to finish as the 4 seed. At number 5, I have the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies obviously had the second best record in the NBA last year. They were led by Ja Morant. I think they're going to be good again this year. There may be a few struggles with how good the West is this year, but they're still going to be good, and I have them as the number 5 seed. At number 6, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, I think, are going to be very similar to the Cavaliers. They obviously made the huge trade for Rudy Gobert. I think they're going to have some growing pains, but overall, I think they're going to be pretty good, finished as the 6th seed. At number 7, I have the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks lost Jalen Brunson, but they still have Luka, and Luka is enough to, my opinion, keep them at the 7th seed. So Dallas at number 7. At number 8, I was, again, like the Eastern Conference, stuck in between 2 teams, in between the Pelicans and the Lakers. I ended up going with the Pelicans because they made the playoffs last year without Zion at all, and I think Zion's going to come back and be a beast this year. And overall, I know it's not the best betting against LeBron James, but we obviously know the problems the Lakers have, and the Pelicans made the playoffs last year without their best player, and now he's back. So I went with the Pelicans at number 8, and that is my predictions for the teams that will be making the playoffs come the NBA season. As I said, comment down below what your predictions are, and what, if you guys also want to say what predictions you guys have for the playoffs, who ends up winning the finals, make sure to comment all that down below. And as I said, if you guys disagree, please don't get mad at me. This is one of the toughest years to do predictions, and I could see it going anyway. So make sure you guys leave a like and hit the subscribe button. We have a ton of cool videos coming out soon, but that's going to be all. So till next video, see ya!
Say that it feels right.